This video is in direct response to What Culture and the video that they published earlier on why Bill Goldberg beating Brock Lesnar in a minute and a half was the correct decision. This video is in direct response to that, because as soon as I saw the title of that video, I knew that that video was going to be horseshit. I click on the video, I listen to all the bullshit reasons that this was fucking retarded, and I have to come on here, and I have to fucking make a video in direct response to this, because What Culture is such a bigger entity than me, and if just a couple people hear me, and if a couple people's minds are changed by my video, I will be fucking glad, because it is obvious to me, and this is like a fucking debate to me. It is obvious to me why Bill Goldberg should not have beaten Brock Lesnar in a minute and a half, may I mind you, at Survivor Series. I stated it in my Survivor Series review, and I can't believe that people are so idiotic to believe, and such a big wrestling fucking corporation like What Culture. They have fucking how many subscribers on YouTube? They're nearing 1 million subscribers. Such a big website on the internet. Yet What Culture, it doesn't go through. It doesn't go through. I can't believe that. And I can't believe that people listen to them as a source of wrestling news. As a source of what's going on in the wrestling community when they're making videos like this. Let's go more in depth with what the fuck I'm talking about. Why should Bill Goldberg not have beaten Brock Lesnar in a minute and a half? It's obvious. What the fuck does this do for wrestling as a whole? I will go as far as saying that fucking this is one of the worst decisions that they've ever made. What you had in Brock Lesnar, like him or not, which I know there's a lot of people out there who do not like Brock Lesnar because he's a part-timer who gets paid $6 million a year to come in once, twice, 3, 4 times a year. What's the avail? What's the interest in that? Seeing this guy just come in here and dominate everybody on the roster. Oh, what the fuck is the point? What the fuck is the point? Brock Lesnar sucks. All he does is suplex after suplex. And I see where you're coming from. I don't agree with him being paid that amount either. He is being paid way too much a year. $6 million a year for coming in 3, 4 times? I agree. That's not the amount you should be being paid. But when Brock Lesnar, whether you like him or not, you have to admit this guy has momentum. He has momentum. He had, at least, had with the fucking D at the end. Why? Because it's fucking pretense now. He had all this momentum. He had the Undertaker streak under him. He had a fucking destruction. Fucking John Cena being destroyed, something you will never see again. A win over John Cena, a decimate win over John Cena. He had that. He destroyed names like Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose. He fucking destroyed Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns could barely hang in there. One of the strongest looking guys, quote unquote, in the WWE today. He had destroyed Roman at WrestleMania. He's destroyed Seth Rollins. He's destroyed. He has all this momentum under him. All these wins. Wins over Triple H. Multiple, not just the streak, multiple wins over The Undertaker. And you're giving all this momentum, you're transferring it over to a Goldberg? A Goldberg? Where is the sense in that? Goldberg, who, okay, sure, he's sticking on to the WWE past WrestleMania, or fucking past Survivor Series, should I say. But this is my point. Will he be there past WrestleMania? Sure, Brock Lesnar will get his win back, but what will be the score then? Goldberg has 2 wins over Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar has that 1 win. The score still won't be even. Goldberg will still look like the dominant one to win the feud. People will still be remembering that Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar. Goldberg didn't just beat Brock Lesnar in an all-out war at Survivor Series. I would even be more okay with that. Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar in a minute and a half. Goldberg squashed. He squashed Brock Lesnar. This is not a loss Brock Lesnar can come back from. It's not. It's not. 2 spears and a jackhammer. Brock Lesnar was laying there on the ground looking at Goldberg when Goldberg pushed him down like a fucking boy. Like a little boy. Shocked. Getting whooped by his daddy. That's what it looked like. This wasn't Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, 2 titans facing off, but in the end, Goldberg got his win. No, it wasn't like that. Goldberg squashed Lesnar. He fucking threw him around the ring like he was nothing. That's what it was. That's what it was. This can't be rectified unless you have a match on, let's say, Monday Night Raw, a random match. You build it up for the ratings. That's what it would look like anyways. And then Brock Lesnar squashes Goldberg out of anger there. And then you have the big match leading up to WrestleMania. But even that, oh, Goldberg gets the win at Survivor Series and Lesnar gets the win on a normal edition of Monday Night Raw. Who gives a fuck? That would create even less intrigue for the WrestleMania bout. Because now both men have taken each other out. And it's just going to be a 1 more match at WrestleMania. Who cares? And even if that's the case, Brock Lesnar will still be tied with Goldberg. Are we going to have to see yet another match at the following WrestleMania pay-per-view, whether it be Extreme Rules, a B-level pay-per-view that no one gives a fuck about, or will we have to carry this on to SummerSlam of 2017, something that originated in October of 2016, going all the way to SummerSlam of 2017, just so Brock Lesnar could be 2-3 over Goldberg and win the rivalry overall? Nobody wants to see this. The possibilities of matches that we could have saw with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. People were saying Lesnar versus Owens, Lesnar versus whoever it may be, Kurt Angle, The Rock, all these top-level names, and then you give us Goldberg? Something that everybody expected to end at Survivor Series. Brock Lesnar is clearly gonna win. Goldberg can barely go fucking 45 seconds in that ring. Who cares? Brock Lesnar's gonna win. Goldberg's gonna look like shit. He's 49 years old. He can barely go in that ring. So nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see it. And that still remains true. Why was this match a minute and a half? We're all thinking that it's because Goldberg can't go more than that. Goldberg can't go more than a minute and a half. You think Goldberg can go more than a minute and a half? You're fucking kidding me. He's 49 years old, and he said he tweaked his shoulder when clotheslining out a couple fucking indie wrestlers out the ring, dressed up as security guards. You're kidding me? But you think at WrestleMania he's gonna be able to go into all-out war with Brock Lesnar? No, he's not. The match was a minute and a half. This is just hiding the fact that the match was a minute and a half because Goldberg fucking couldn't go longer. That's one of the overlying reasons. Another reason, and this just came out today, reports are coming out that Vince McMahon wanted to sign Goldberg for more than the Survivor Series. And in order to appease Goldberg to doing this, Vince McMahon lowered the time of the match to a minute and a half. Brock Lesnar doesn't give a shit. Lesnar only cares about the money. Goldberg says, alright, I have to come in for a minute and a half and fucking do nothing. Just 2 spears and a jackhammer and paid $2 million, however the fuck much money Goldberg's being paid. Fine. That's a fucking deal. Of course Goldberg would agree with that. Fucking Vince McMahon did this in order to get Goldberg to sign for more dates. Are you fucking kidding me? Nobody wanted to see Goldberg. To begin with, nobody was that interested in seeing Goldberg come back to begin with. So what makes you think people want to see Goldberg again? Sure, now yes, of course, now he was elevated by this win over Brock Lesnar, and people have to be interested to see Goldberg again, because look at what you've done with Goldberg. Now we want to see Goldberg. Why? Because you gave him this. We don't want to see Goldberg go away now. We want to see Goldberg carry this out. We want to see Goldberg carry this out. But my fucking argument is that he can't. Goldberg is not a Brock Lesnar. You had the streak. You had the momentum. Fine. All this momentum, you had it fine under Brock Lesnar. You transferred that to Goldberg, a guy who, 1, can barely go in that ring anymore. 2, will not, I can fucking guarantee you, will not continue after WrestleMania 33. I'd be shocked to see Goldberg continue after WrestleMania 33. If he does, then I kind of ease down on it, but not really. But Goldberg most likely is not going to be there after WrestleMania 33. 3, Goldberg is not Brock Lesnar. He's not. You think Goldberg can make it as believable as Brock Lesnar? No, he can't. I'm sorry. Goldberg, 49 years old. It wasn't the right decision. It was not. And I will stand by that. As a wrestling fan, it was not the right decision to have Brock Lesnar squashed in a minute and a half. That is something I will never forget. That is certainly something those fucking fans will never forget, and that will be an underlying scar in Brock Lesnar's record for how long? Brock Lesnar will never be able to come back from this, fully, at least. He will never be able to transfer that momentum onto a young, fresh superstar, a Samoa Joe, a Nakamura. He will never be able to do that. We thought that's what was going to happen at WrestleMania 33. Brock Lesnar's tremendous momentum was going to be transferred on. That's not what happened. For now, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Joel Perez of Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. I hope you agree with me. And if you do, make sure to like, make sure to comment, and make sure to subscribe, and make sure to go check out everything else on the channel. For now, this has been Joel Perez. Argue that what, culture? I'll see you next time, everybody.